And the UDM there is the latest party to join the government of national unity, announcing the decision after a meeting of its top leaders. The UDM saying that once it has signed the agreement, further details will be shared on the GNU agreement terms. And earlier the party had written to the Chief Justice Raymond Zondo requesting him to appoint a retired judge to facilitate discussions on forming a government of national unity. And the UDM also previously expressing concerns about the government of national unity and formed the Progressive Caucus. So quite interesting developments there. And also you look at, of course, that the UDM also talking about how it's met with, the UDM leader saying that he met with the Secretary General Yongama Zigebe and the UDM National Treasurer Tandi Nondenja, during which the queries they expressed in our letter on the 17th of June 2024 regarding the African National Congress, the draft statement of intent of the 2024 Government of National Unity were explained in greater detail, and they've since briefed the UDM National Office Management Committee of the outcome. And I do understand that on the line we do have the United Democratic Front President, of course the United Democratic Movement President, I should say, General Bantu Olomisa. Thank you so much for your time. Let's just start first with what persuaded you when you were having these particular discussions, especially given some of the conversations that you and I would have had over time about the proposal of the Government of National Unity, the decision that you took with other political parties to write to, Chief Justice Raymond Zondo asking for the facilitation of some of the talks, especially linked to the GNU. So what persuaded you to make this decision as the UDM to join the Government of National Unity?
The United Democratic Movement has been in the vanguard of calling for GNU and coalition akin economic codessa for ages. Not a single political party is going to lecture us on that. What we wanted at the time, since there was no speaker, and that President Ramaphosa was announcing that GNU policy as the leader of the ANC, not the state. Now that there is a speaker, there is a president, we are ready to interpret the decision of the voters, being that let the power be shared among political parties. And the agreement which was signed by DA and ANC and IFP, that is between ANC and those parties. We are still yet to develop a proper agreement and rules and regulations where everyone will sign. And I'm sure even those who are outside will join them. But for now, we are happy that we will be part and parcel of drafting those rules and regulations.
So when it comes to, what you're saying, that there is going to be a proper agreement where everybody then gets to the table, what does it mean for the statement of intent?
It means, therefore, that the statement of intent is just a framework. For instance, if you are talking about restructuring the state enterprises, you are talking about other policies which they briefly mentioned.
All right.
We will want details. And then this is a skeleton, the way I will see it. And then we are still yet to put a flesh on the skeleton. But key will be a proper agreement on how the GNU will work, not what ANC and DA, who claim to be the founders of GNU. There's no such a thing. The voters have said all political parties must work together.
So that letter then to the Chief Justice, where do you put it now, as the parties have written?
No, we were replied that letter which we wrote to the Chief Justice. He replied to us and declined nicely And I hope that when it comes to the round table discussion, especially when we are talking about manifestos and taking decisions, when we have to have a consensus on those decisions, or even discussing the agreement, we may have to ask for technical people to assist, or some of them chair meetings, but we cannot leave this only to the politicians. The stakes are too high.
All right. All right. Let me thank you so much for your time. Do appreciate it. That is UDM leader there, Bantu Olumisa.